Tandasana. Just standing, nothing else going on. And then just reminding ourselves of that Samastihi, the position where we're firing it up. Sama meaning same, and Tihi meaning side. So both sides kind of feeling equal, front and the back, side and left and right. Yeah, good. Yeah, check out the feet, look down at them and lift the toes up, spread the toes. And then again, we'll take the hands up high. Inhale, looking up through the fingertips. And then exhale, forward fold. Lengthening the legs as much as you feel comfortable doing. And then again, we're going to drop the hips down and roll slowly up, coming up into standing. Opening the hands, coming into that victorious V shape, pushing through the fingertips, all the fingers, opening the sternum nice and wide. Big breath in at the top there, and then take the hands back, and then we'll exhale into chair pose. Nice long feeling from the crown of the head to the tip of the tail, and you could perhaps sort of lengthen through one arm and then the other, lifting the heels up gradually and kind of sinking down as you pad through the heels so the belly comes into the lap. And we're going to come down onto the mat, walk the knees back, knees underneath the hips, and then sit back, stretching the fingertips away, relaxing the weight of the head down. And a couple of deep breaths here. Let the whole body feel this movement. And then taking a breath in, draw the belly in and come into all fours. Good. And we're going to tuck the toes here, press down and away to the floor. And exhale, sides of the waist up. Inhale, lengthen. Keep going till you can't lengthen anymore, and maybe curving up the head and the tail. Exhale, sides of the waist up. And then again, lengthening. Coming back into diamond child this time. So the knees apart, the belly between the thighs, one hand on top of the other. Let the weight settle. Oh God, the wind is howling. And just letting everything settle downwards, really grounding. Especially on the out breath there. And gradually we'll slide the hands forwards and come back. Bring the knees under the hips here. And we're going to walk the hands in, walking them up the thighs. And then we'll take the hands so they're shoulder height here. So maybe to begin with, pressing down with the fronts of the feet to the ground. We're inhaling, and as we exhale, we're just coming back a little. So the whole body from the knee upwards is all one piece. Listen out for the knees just above the knees. If you feel uncomfortable there, rein it back in. Otherwise, we're going to push through the fingertips and just rest backwards here. So we're coming back just a fraction. Inhale, coming high. And then again, exhale, all one piece. Almost like you're kind of tucking the hips under a little bit there. Keep the glutes nice and strong. And then we'll inhale, come forwards to open. Take this chance here to tuck the toes under. Good. And then exhaling, we're coming back. Maybe an inch. Maybe a little bit more or less. And then inhale, coming up. Inhale, and then exhale, coming back. Let's just keep it there just for a moment. We're bringing the hands down to the thighs and all the way up. Inhale up, exhale down. Feel really strong and compact in the center of the body. Maybe twice more. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale, we're bowing down. So bring the fronts of the feet back to the ground and stretching out into child's pose. Breathe. Every out breath sinks you a little deeper. And then gradually we'll come back. So we're on all fours again. So pushing out with the right foot here, lengthening away from the crown of the head and the heel. Good, and then circle the foot behind. So circling one way and circling the other way. And then maybe bringing the heel towards the bum and then bringing the knee towards the nose. So just take it in those stages. So keep the heel towards the bum, bring it away, lengthen the leg. And again, heel towards bum, knee coming under. Keep the knee bent as you come back. And then lengthen. Should we do this one more time? So we're bringing the knee in. Sorry, the heel in. Can you lift the knee up? Exhale, drawing the knee towards the nose. And then again, tips of the toes here to the crown of the head. And then exhale. Yeah, take that foot all the way back there. And it's kind of like a pigeon, but we're on top of our lower leg here. So we're pushing back with the heel there. And then we're going to come up on the fingertips. So we're pushing long through the back heel. Good. Nice and long in the spine. And then we use the hands to guide us so that we come over and we find ourselves sitting with one leg in. Yes, good. Big breath in, the same hand as the bent knee. Inhale, exhale, up and over. Breathe here. And then we'll take some little pulses. We're coming 8, 7, 6. Keep the neck nice and freed up. Perhaps look down towards the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then opening up towards the ceiling. Follow that hand back. And then we're going to turn back over. So we're back onto that almost like a pigeon pose. Yeah, so there's only one thing to do from here. We're going to come into plank, press down with the hands and the back toes, get that strength in the body, and then send the foot back, pushing through both heels. That nice long line from the heels to the crown of the head. Yeah, and then perhaps you can come forward so you're right on your tiptoes, and then push right back so you're really flexing through the heels. Good. Coming back into the center, drop the knees, drop the sitting bones, and just rest up here. So however you prefer to take child's pose. Just letting the weight settle. Good. So we come back into kneeling, but this time sitting on the heels and then rolling up. So we're in hero pose. And if you need to protect the knees, sit on the cushion. And bringing the hands up high. If you can naturally do this where you take the leg to the side and sit in between the heels, you could do that instead. But whichever version you prefer. Breathing in with the hands up tall, lengthening and looking upwards. Inhale, as we exhale, bring the hands behind us and just kind of rest them on your back there. Lead with the sternum and we're rolling down. Perhaps the nose, the brow, or the crown of the head touches the ground, and let the elbows soften towards the ground as well. We're just going to do that again. So we're drawing the belly in, and we're kind of articulating through the spine here. So we come up into hero pose, and then we're arching the elbows towards each other there. Inhale, and then exhale. Let the hands go. Good. We're going to rock forwards a little. Bring the feet slightly to the left, just a tiny bit. And then rock forwards. Bring the feet to the right. In a moment, we'll bring it to the center and then come up and stretch into downward dog. So tucking the toes, hips in the air. Lift the hips. Yeah, good. Stretching down through the heels there. Really just getting into anywhere you feel is going to benefit. The backs of the legs, between the shoulders. Taking a sigh or maybe blowing. Maybe bending both knees and lengthening them. Just whatever feels good for you. Maybe taking some little bounces up there. Yeah, good. Great. So get yourself into position so that we can bring the knees down. And then we're going to take the left leg long behind us, flex through the heel there, and start to push away crown of the head and the heel. And then we'll start to circle. Circle the ankle one way. Good, and circling the ankle the other way. Good, and then bringing the heel in towards the bum. And then bringing the knee in towards the nose. Nose to knee, knee to nose. And then again, lengthening it out far away from you. Good. This time we're going to bring the heel towards the bum. And then exhale, keep it close into the body. Inhale, send the heel up to the ceiling. And then lengthen. So you might feel your hamstring working there. And then reverse it. So bring the toes this time up towards the back of the head. Inhale, and then exhale. One more time of breathing in, coming up tall. Exhale, bring the knee under and then shift it so that the shoulders are over the wrists, and then flex through the back foot there that's left behind. Good. And you could come down here just to see what's what. And then inhaling, coming long, pushing through the back heel there. Breathe. Good, and we're setting ourselves up again for plank. So we're coming down, hands underneath the shoulders, push through the back heel, send the other foot right back. Big breath in as we exhale, knees, elbows, chest, chin. Pushing up. If you're here and you want to come into upward facing dog, press down so you're on the fronts of your feet, and then you could push up and over one foot at a time. Yeah, good. Either way, we find ourselves in dog, and we'll take little steps or a jump to come all the way through. And come into standing, and let's just settle, drop into the breath, into the body. take a moment to perhaps put the hands on the belly, have the eyes closed, have a nice wide position with the feet here. Good. And we're taking these bits of our thumbs or the kind of palms of the hands, and we're going to bring them to our eyes, calming the eyes, just letting that velvety darkness and that warmth soften the muscles around the eyes. Let that drop into the muscles in the cheek and the jawline. And then we'll gradually bring the hands to the temples and the back of the neck. And crossing the throat. The shoulders, the arms. We're going to make soft fists with the hands. Give the back a rub. Moving the hands up and down. Sending warmth, imagining that warmth to go really, really into the body there. Good. And as we're doing this, we're going to breathe in, and as we exhale, drop the chin to the chest, and you can still make these little circles and send warmth and friction into the body. Just giving yourself a massage on the way down. Just perhaps you can bring your hands higher up the back. Good. Yeah, and then bringing the hands down, perhaps you want to step on them. Or perhaps you want to take peace fingers around the big toe. Having a good old stretch for the back of the legs. And giving the head a shake no. Bending those knees. And slowly, slowly rolling up. Really taking time to let everything just drop into place. Yeah, and we'll step forwards, coming to the head of the mat. Meaning business, coming into some flow here as we breathe in, hands coming up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up a little way. Exhale, hand to the mat, walk the feet back. Big breath in. Exhale, coming down. Let's whiz through these positions, keeping the emphasis on flowing from movement to movement. Exhaling, seat to the heels. Inhale, back to all fours. Toes, and step the feet to the front. We'll take exactly the same again. Soon as we arrive, breathing in, hands shoulder height. Sorry, hands up in the air. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up a little way. Exhale, hands to the mat, walk the feet back. Breathing in, exhale, all the way down. Keep the elbows tucked in as we push all the way up. And then baby steps. Coming all the way back again, breathing in. Just getting some warmth here in the body. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up. This time we're going to slide the right leg back. And drop the knee. Front knee above the ankle as we breathe into our equestrian pose and up into our crescent moon. Keep this moving as we come forwards with the hands. We're going to shoot the front foot back up into our three-legged dog. And if you want to, if you feel like it, you could have a play with kicking up here into kind of handstands. Up. Oh, this is good to watch. Hup, whoop. Yeah, and then keeping that up there. Let's open the hips so the heel comes to the side. Got that nice long feeling in our position there. Let's come into our pigeon pose. We sort of teased that earlier on. So let's bring the knee towards the elbow and then in towards the middle of the hands. Sorry, I was heading towards lizard pose there. Exhale. Breathe. Settle the weight. Perhaps have a little sway side to side, whatever feels right for you, releasing this strong glute. And from here, let's lengthen the hands away and we're going to push through the right foot and then roll onto our backs. And hug the knee in, real close to the body here. Bring it to the side and in, really snuggling that leg in towards you. We're lifting the other foot, the long leg, off the ground just a little, pointing through the feet, and then flex through the feet there. Gradually lengthening the leg that's nearest to you upwards. So we're coming into the Hanuman, lying on our backs here. And when you're ready, we'll switch the legs. And switch. Do this in your own time. I know I'm being a bit manic today. It's spending so much time with children. Just want to do everything really fast. Faster! Faster! Yeah, switching in your own time. We're going to come back over that leg. So remember which one that you were doing pigeon pose over. And when you're ready, we're literally going to roll back and come back into that pigeon pose. Good. And if you wanted to, you could emerge into this most amazing Raj pigeon. Getting those real deep core muscles into action. Big breath in and then exhale. Lining yourself up so that you can flex through the back heel. Take that back foot, front foot back and walk yourself into dog. Get the feet as wide as the hands here. In fact, make them even wider so they're perhaps nearly as wide as the mat. And then just really command the space that you're taking up. Pressing down on the feet and the hands. It's a very commanding downward dog, I see. Good. Breathing in, looking forwards, and then we're going to jump the feet in together, perhaps coming up on the fingertips and jump the feet forwards or walk them. And then let's come all the way up to standing. Arriving, letting the weight settle, just letting the breath rise and fall. Good. Yeah. Good. And then when you're ready, big breath in here. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up a little way. Exhale, we're sliding the left foot back nice and long behind us. Flexing through the heel there. Drop the back knee. Make sure the front knee's above the ankle as we come all the way up. Crescent moon. Good. Yes. Inhale, exhale forwards. And we're going to swoosh our front leg up into three-legged dog. Lengthening up and away. Good. Turn the hips. Come into your wild thing. Let one hip come on top of the other. Breathe. Good. Yeah, slowly coming back. We're going to come into pigeon pose. So rather than taking the knee to the elbow, we're directing the knee under. Keep those tummy muscles strong. And then come into your pigeon pose, however you prefer to take it there. And take a moment to release into this. Nice deep breaths. Each breath becoming a little bit more weighty. And staying there, if you wish, for a little bit longer, or if you like, turning onto your back. Yeah, so do stay there for a bit longer if you like. When you're ready, we're bringing everything over, rolling onto our backs and hugging the knee in. So first of all, pointing through the feet, hugging that right knee in really towards your side, lifting the left foot up a little bit, and then flexing through both feet. Deep breaths here. Let that kind of pressure of that leg press it, gently kind of weights and presses into your stomach so that it is helping here with digestion. Giving your belly a kind of shiatsu massage. Okay, so when you're ready, go ahead and lengthen the top leg up. Now I should say that you're both super flexible, but if you do want to protect your lower back, take the left foot on the ground. And then when you're ready, we're going to switch legs. Flexing those feet. And just taking this as slow or as fast as you want. And you could use the out breath as you switch, so breathing out. Good. Yay. So remembering which leg we turned over. When you're ready, we'll come back over that way. Come onto the knee. And then if you wanted to, you could come into your Raj pigeon on the other side. Hey. Taking that breath once you're up there. And then slowly releasing down. And we're going to come back into our dog. Take the feet nice and wide. And this time we're going to just kind of jump off the hands. So the hands are coming up and back in towards the middle, between the feet. Yeah, so sliding the hands forwards into dog. And then lifting up a little and bringing them back in between the feet. So you could bend the knees here. So almost like you're about to do a leapfrog, but it's just your hands that come forwards. And then bend the knees to help the hands push up and back. Next time we have a class in here, we'll all have to do leapfrogs. I've decided. Good. And then let's wiggle the feet apart wherever we are. Or you might need to turn to fit on the mat. We'll take a wide forward fold, perhaps with the forearms on the floor, relaxing the weight of the head here. And if you do feel like your head comes to the floor here, you might like to have a play with coming in towards a headstand, walking the feet in towards each other, sending the tail up, perhaps having a little play with lifting the legs. Yeah, we never do these. We need to start doing headstands. I love doing headstands, but I'm always a little bit nervous of doing them with people. I don't know why, Liz. Where have you gone? Yeah. All right. So let's come back with our feet on the ground and walk the hands up. And I wanted to just play here, coming from tree pose, eagle pose, to tree pose, to nose to knee, back to tree, back to eagle. So it's a little conundrum to have a play with. So eagle pose, same arm as supporting leg, tree, and then nose to knee. And you could have both hands on your knee there. Tree, eagle. So I'm not going to say anything. So just you concentrate on what you're doing. Yeah. So we're thinking of in terms, we've just done something that's like very expansive using the whole body. And now we're kind of getting into a little bit of detail. And it's quite a jump for the brain to make, to sort of make this very tight. Kind of meticulous balances here. But still finding this flow between each position, just as if it's kind of second nature. Try it on one side, try it on the other, try it off the mat. And if you wanted to add something, bit of punctuation in here, you could, yeah, that's a beautiful exclamation mark, I see that. You could have a little, little comma here, tapping the elbows on the knees. Yes, Liz, beautifully done. Exclamation mark. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's scrap. Let's just lose that nose to knee because it's bloody awful, that one. No, I'm kidding. No, we'll come from eagle. Perhaps do a tap here. Tree. And then we'll set, what we want to do is have a sort of natural turnout with the front foot. So the whole time the foot's slightly turned out. So from the tree, we're going to step back into our warrior one. Yeah. And we'll reverse that as well. So we're bringing everything in. Eagle. Tapping the knee. Tree. Warrior one. Yes. So have a play with that on both sides. So it's our little thing that we're going to do in our flow here. Good. All right. Good. Excellent. So let's come to the back of the mat and take a breath in, hands coming high. Good. We're going to bow forwards and then bend the knees and walk the hands forward so that we're in a plank here. Lift up the right leg just a fraction, maybe a little bit more, maybe a few inches up. Bring the knee in and come up on the ball of the back foot. Flex the foot here and then step forward, so bring the elbows and shoulders over towards over the wrists. And then step the feet in. And we're going to come up through our beautiful chair pose. Nice and long, slowly moving through it. Big breath in at the top. And balancing on the right leg, we're bringing this into eagle. Inhale, coming long. Exhale, knee and elbow, or rather elbow towards the knee. Tree and warrior two. Good. Get yourself into a nice deep lunge here. And then inhale and expand and open this up. So just adjust if you need to. So we're in warrior two here. Good. Inhale up and over. Great. And if you like from here, you could bring the front hand down, get the elbow just in front of the knee there, nice and long with the fingertips. Good. And then push up and away with the hands. And we're coming back into warrior two here. Flip the hand up, coming into peaceful warrior. Inhale. And then let's take our Ardha Chandrasana. So we're preparing from here. We're going to step the foot in and then take that lovely float over to the side. Yeah. Breathing in, pushing up and away, back into warrior two. Drop the back hand. Inhale, come high, look towards that diagonal again. Inhale, exhale forward. And then we'll step the front foot back into plank and we'll come up the way we went down. So we're walking the hands in towards the feet, walking the hands up the legs and rolling all the way up. Good. Excellent. Taking a breath, settling the weight. Good, and here we go. We're going to take a big breath in here. Inhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, padding the hands forwards. Keep it nice and long here. We're lifting the left foot up just a little way off the ground, and then perhaps a little way more. Inhale, exhale, bring the knee under, flex the foot. And then aim the shoulders towards the wrists a little. You might want to cheat a little bit there. Good. Big breath in as we walk the hands up. Coming high into our warrior one. Placing that foot down. We're actually going to come straight forwards and come into eagle. Eagle, tuck the elbow towards the knee, tree. Tree into warrior two. And then warrior two into, warrior two. Here we are. Inhale, up and over. Good, nice and long. And if you want to, you could drop the bottom hand down. Open the arms wide. Push up with the top fingers. Inhale. And there we are. Peaceful warrior. Getting ready to find that transition into Ardha Chandrasana. Bring the back foot forwards a little. And then you might find that you're on a kind of diagonal. As you find your way down. Just take your time. Remember to kind of look in beyond the hands, so in between the fingers maybe. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Push up and away. Back into our warrior two. Good. And we're going to drop the back arm. Turn everything to face the front leg. Inhale, exhale. Step the front foot back. Drop the knees. Speak to the heels. And sitting into Child's pose. Resting. Letting the weight of the body settle. And we'll gradually kind of roll that onto our backs. And just kind of landing wherever you are. Letting the arms and the legs settle on the ground here. Maybe placing the hands on the belly, sensing that rise and fall. And bringing the hands, so we're palming the eyes like we did earlier on, letting that warmth and that gentle weight just kind of come into the rest of the face. Letting the muscles in the cheeks soften, the jawline, the throat. And then bringing the hands to temples, just kind of giving you a little reassuring, kind of just hugging your head with your hands a little bit. And then maybe taking your hands on your ears, sending the warmth into your ears. And then gradually bringing your hands under the neck there, so that little space under the neck. And we're going to slide the hands under the head, so we're cupping the weight of the head with our hands. Just letting the weight of the head settle there, feeling the weight of the head. And you might be able to drop the elbows there. Good. We're going to bring one foot in, then the other. Have the soles of the feet on the ground, knees floating upwards. And then we'll slide the hands away from under the head. So slide them, kind of let the head, pull the hair a little bit, so you're giving yourself a bit of a scalp massage. Good. Yeah, and then taking the hands so they're sort of in between shoulder height and your hips. And we're going to take our feet wide as well, so almost the width of the mat maybe. Let the knees fall away to one side. And let the shoulders soften. And the muscles in the face soften. And then we're rocking this back to the other side. So you can choose a speed with this. You might want to go slowly, but likewise you might want to get a rhythm here. Just depends what you feel like. Perhaps doing this again with the eyes closed. Letting the knees rock side to side. Letting the legs really genuinely feel relaxed, so they've got weight to them. And then let the muscles just kind of release them away, so they're still rocking, but they start to just lengthen away, and the rocking stops as the legs lengthen. Again, just finding that stillness wherever you've landed here. Good. And then we're breathing in, bringing the biceps by the ears, stretching through the heels and the fingertips. So lengthen the hands and the feet away from each other. A big breath here. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the right knee in. So hug the knee in. Flex away with the left leg. And we're going to follow the right knee towards the left, And we're going to keep going with it. So we're almost kind of pushing it way ahead of us, letting the weight drop so we come right over on our side and then over onto our bellies. And so we're sort of almost thinking like ragdoll here as we use our hands and our arm muscles to push us up. And we're going to switch this to the other side to let that leg relax down, bring the other knee in. And again, kind of help it with your hands, coming over to the side. Whatever feels right for you. This release technique's so useful for really getting into the belly, the muscle, and the fascia. It's all those connective fibers and tissues. They love this. As we come all the way back to the center. Again, nice and long, arms and legs away from each other. Big breath in. Inhale, as we exhale, we're going to bring both knees in and give them a good hug towards you and a rock side to side. Good. Bringing the knees in, squeeze the knees in, and then releasing the legs up. Just give it time for the veins to benefit from this, and you can even encourage that venous flow with the hands right from the periphery into the center. Yeah. And then we're going to cross the legs over, so right ankle over left. No, actually right knee over left, so we're coming into like a shoelace and hugging that in towards us. Releasing the sacrum, the hips, shoulders. Yeah, giving a good squeeze there and then releasing, let them just expand upwards. You might like to give them a shake out. And then when you're ready, taking it the other side, so we're crossing the leg over. So it's like then one knee comes on top of the other. Find the legs, and if you can find the lower legs, you can kind of bring them away from each other there. So you're coming into this. Couple of breaths here. And again, when you feel ready, letting the legs release up and away. Good, and then we'll take slow bicycles to the end of our class today, over the finish line. Take them nice and slow as we cycle one way. We change direction, cycle the other way, finding those the deepest core muscles. And then just doing anything you feel like you want to do before we settle down into Savasana. And you may want to come back to palming the eyes or having the hand on the belly or having the hands with the palms facing upwards, whichever you prefer. And we allow the breath to rise and fall. And the weight of the body to settle and just enjoying this time in between waking and sleeping. Bringing the focus back to the breath now. And if you haven't already, bring the hands back towards the eyes. Again, that softness, warmth. And slowly taking the hands away. And then just taking some really gentle blinks. Just kind of blinking the eyes. Maybe doing it quite fast. Blinking for a little while and then resting the eyelids again. And then again blinking the eyes. Resting the eyes again. And then we'll gradually bring ourselves over to the side. Take that moment in that fetus position just to settle the weight of the head in that pit stop. And then we'll gradually push up and away and come into sitting. Good, and we'll take a big breath in when you're ready. Exhale, coming forwards, just bowing towards the legs. Good, yes, well done. Thanks for coming. Namaste. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.